Now we're going to give you an update on the babies, how they trained today, this week, all the horses, not today, how they went and what I thought. I almost didn't write down their grades when I did them 2 weeks ago, but I'm glad I did now. It gives me an idea of how they went. Adrenaline Rush won his training set the other day. He's lazy, but he keeps doing better and better and better, which is impressive to watch. He's got 2 wins now. A lot of horses don't. He's got 2 wins now in training sets, and he's soon going to be moving up in company. Argento won the other day and looked really, really good doing it. Barbie's Crown won her set on Wednesday. Looked good doing it. Those 3 horses are putting it all together. A horse that has really sprung forward, shockingly to me. One, that he was that good, even though he's rude and ignorant, was Beef and Cheddar. But even as ignorant and rude as he was on the Saturday, you could tell he had a ton of talent. On the Wednesday, I'm sorry. And then to come right out Thursday and just be perfect was shocking. Very, very impressed with this horse. Beef and Cheddar looked very, very good this week. Braemar, he started back jogging, as did the little filly. Both of them looked very good. His first training set will be when I come back, so good. Better's Hope won his training set with me. When I watched this horse go, and I made reference to this, I thought that he was cheating a little bit, right? He was hanging when he should be finishing up his miles, but his hobbles were a little bit long. I'm impressed. The other day I went with this horse. He was exactly what I hoped he would be. He looked very, very good. So Better's Hope, really impressed with this horse. Blue Monk blew me away the other day. I was so... You know what? There's some horses you just look at them and you're impressed, not by their speed, not by anything, just by what they've done so far, what they've accomplished so far. And I keep telling you guys this, and you don't know because you didn't see it. But for a horse that knew nothing, and I mean nothing when we brought him in, and it was so icy at the time, we couldn't even get him broke properly. His first day, we put everything on him because he was so far behind. We put the hobbles and everything on him, went out and jogged him, just because it had been a week after the open house before we could even get him out in the track, and for him to train the way he's training and doing it so well. You look at the move that he made when Wayne moved him. I won the set with Beef and Cheddar, I think, and he come charging in the last turn. This is a nice colt, and I couldn't be more impressed with Blue Monk right now. Very, very impressive horse from my point of view. Brilliant Corners is ready to start back jogging now. This is a horse that had OCD fragments out of his hock. But he's looked great. Very impressed with the way he looked going in. Not surprised we saw when I looked at the video, you could see he was a little tender on it. So they cleaned that hock up. Horse should be fine now. Broadway Roll, she's going to the vet on Monday, and I'll be honest with everybody, I wouldn't be shocked if she had a tiny OCD in her right hind ankle. She looked a little bit like Captain's Maid did, but for a filly with an OCD, or may have an OCD, she looked pretty good. She won her set on Saturday convincingly in a horrible track, and then come out in the snow and just got picked off by Grey as a New Red. No slouch in her own right. Broadway Roll, very impressed with her OCD or otherwise. If there's nothing there, we'll be able to fix it up, I'm sure. We just wore a gate and strap the other day on her. She was getting in a little bit, got her butt over on the shaft. Just looked to me like something was bothering her right hind. But if it's there or it's not there, I'm sure it's nothing serious, and very impressed with her nonetheless. Cambridge Star has been training good, looked good again the other day. Very impressed with the way this horse has handled himself since he got here. Can't Deny My Spirit is ready to start back training. He was jogging, we castrated him. Next training set, he'll be there. This is a horse that was on the top of the heap for a little while. Kind of got knocked back a little bit, but I suspect you'll hear plenty from him over the spring. Can't Muscle Me won her training set easily on Saturday in the dirty mud, and then made a little break on me in the snow on Wednesday. But you can clearly see she's got tons of speed and lots to offer. Really impressed with Can't Muscle Me. Captain's Maid is ready to start back. Got that OCD out of her right hind ankle, I believe, and no issues, no problems. She's back jogging now. She'll begin training when I get back. Carry a Big Stick. His knees and hocks were hurting him a little bit. They blew up a little bit. We x-rayed them to make sure there was nothing there other than some irritation. So we gave him the rest of the week off. Now the vet said give him more time off, but I think he's being a little overprotective. He's going to start back light jogging on Monday, and we will continue to jog him light right up until we start training him probably at the end of January. Again, no concerns there. You know what? The horse is irritated his knees and hocks because he's a workaholic. That's why. He loves his work, and he is getting better at it. The fact that he was getting sore in his knees and hocks and still doing as much work as well as he was doing it, impressive. I love to see that. Carry a Big Stick. Obviously, our job is to make sure he doesn't overextend himself, and his job is to work his butt off, and we both did well this week. Cut the Line, she's a filly also going. You can tell she made a little break in the mud, then she was a little floppy the other day. Just gonna go get her checked out. It may be something just like Carry a Big Stick, where it's just take your time, back off, or it may be something going on with her, but we want to make sure we know what it is. So Monday, Broadway Roll and Cut the Line are both going over to the veterinarian to get fluoroscoped. A filly that you guys are going to hear a little bit of in the near future, Darling Please. We changed her gear around a little bit Thursday, and I went with her. I thought she looked much better. We'll see how she looks over the next month or so. Expectations are low, but we will see how Darling Please looks in her next training set. I was very impressed with her on Thursday. Desperado, looks like he's off a little bit in his right hind. We changed his shoes around a little bit. We've been working with him. James said he was still on that right line a little bit training the other day. I don't think it's anything serious, but if we have to get it checked, we will. For right now, not a big deal. He's been doing everything we've asked him to do. Eternity Road, top of the class. Again, I think that's pretty fair to say why. If you guys have been watching the training sets, Eternity Road looks like a good horse and probably will be a good horse. How good? That'll be up to him. But Eternity Road, definitely top of the heap so far in week number 2 in January 2020. First Glance, he's going to make the top 10 for a while, I think. This is a colt that's really got it going on. Doesn't appear to have any issues. Very strong, very powerful colt. Really happy with what I've seen from him. As I said, we have 2 gray horses, and they're both impressive, which is fantastic. So First Glance has looked good. Fox Valley Britska sound again and looks good. Coming on. Made a little break the other day, but they said he was running in a bit. When he runs in at all, he makes a break. A lot of the horses will do that in this track, so that's why some of them wear head poles and Murphy blinds, especially this time of year as we're trying to get them set up for the turns here at Tamiko Training Center. So Fox Valley Britska, full speed ahead with him again. Frilly Fringes looks good, has looked good, and will continue to look good. We had her right in the open trot the other day for a filly that got here way later than anybody else. Has really shown me a lot of talent and a lot of ability. So Frilly Fringes, again, near the top of the class. Girls with Swirls continues to do her work very well. Gray is the new red. As I said, I can't say enough about her. Just a really nice filly. GW Chrome, he made a little break the other day, but as I said to James, James says he doesn't really need hobbles. I said no, but he can't accelerate in the turns, which is a problem, and it's going to cause him some mental issues. He's going to try to accelerate in the turns. That's going to cause some issues. He's going to make breaks. Let's put the hobbles on him and let him explode through the turns like he wants to. This is a horse I'm pretty sure you're going to hear plenty of all season long. GW Chrome. Holy chick! Holy chick! She had won both of her last 2 training sets and looked very impressive doing it. And Holy Chick has really turned some heads. Great to see this. This was a filly that was very inexpensive when we purchased her, and she's really putting on a show the last couple of weeks here. Italian Grid, just getting to the part where he's going to learn and polish himself up nice. I don't think we've castrated him yet, but he made a little break down the lane on Steve, but I think may have been a little bit of an error on both sides. And Italian Grit, definitely nice gait, nice colt. We'll see what he can do over the next few months. Eclair AM looks fantastic. Her ankle and hock look great. She's back jogging. She'll be training in the next set that we go with. I'm a Lovely Lady. I told you guys all about I'm a Lovely Lady the other day. She was awesome. She came in at number 10 and easily can climb the ladder. This is a filly with lots to offer. I'm Hill on Wheels, run all over the track on Wednesday. The snow and the flip-flops, he just couldn't function and made multiple breaks. But this is a horse that hasn't usually been making breaks. Don't see any issues with him, so we're just going to keep going forward. And I suspect when the track's a little better, I'm Hill on Wheels will look fantastic. Jazzy Judy really just killing time. She doesn't need to do anything more than she's done. She's done more than enough. She's going to go out to the field here in a little while. This is a filly, a lot of people aren't paying attention to her, but you should. She's well-bred, she's got a beautiful gait, got a big body, and doesn't have to be ready till September. So I guess there's an argument to be made. What's the point of turning her out right now? There's no snow. The ground's muddy and wet and filthy. There's not really a benefit of turning a horse out right now unless they just need to go out. She doesn't need to go out. We were just going to kill some time, so I guess we'll wait. When the time is right, we'll turn her out for a little while. Jesse Balboa made a break the other day. Kind of uncharacteristic. He's been friggin' lights out lately, and I was a little surprised to see he made a break, but I'll go with him when I get back. Keystone Raven, again, lots of speed there, lots of talent. James just said she's a little moody, so we've been covering her up. He made a couple of moves with her the other day. I thought she looked good. but we want to see her do more. She's well-bred, she's a Bettor's Delight, and I think she'll have lots to offer in 2020. Just want to make sure we take very good care of her. Let's Roll On looked great the other day, made one little break, but that was in a place James knew himself too. He said he's getting a little steppy going into the turn. I just moved him over, but he said that's where he struggles. Starting into the turn at the far end of the track. Other than that, the horse was lights out. Great. James said he was very, very good training. Just very happy for this horse because he loves his work. Lincoln Hanover, I give him a little more than he can. I asked him to bite off a little more than he could chew there the other day. He was in with the good bunch and made a break at the back of the pack, but maybe probably a savior for him. Not quite ready to roll with War We Welcome in Eternity Road, so we got to back off with Lincoln and put him down a class. He's got to drop down a little bit. Good thing is I know the race secretary, so we can probably get him in a little bit cheaper his next training set. Miss Meringue has looked great, looked good again the other day. I just held her off with what did I have? Mama Knows Best was third, I think. Miss Meringue was second to me. It'll come to me. Oh, Stacy Hanover is who it was. So Miss Meringue was second to Stacy Hanover. Mama Knows Best was third. Both those fillies look fantastic right now. Momo again was training great and just got a little snow in the last turn and got a little out of gear, but she's been very good, very smart filly, and really like what she's been doing thus far. Also, My Jazz trained well. Mario went with her the other day. I wanted a fresh set of eyes. Just tell me what you think. He said she was very good. Very good, did her work very well, so I'm happy there. No Free Lunch made a break. Gonna make a few little shoeing changes and equipment changes on him. This colt's got lots to offer. A little more to offer than he should. We're gonna offer his testicles up to the veterinarian here in the coming weeks. But other than that, No Free Lunch. Fast colt. Lots, as I said, lots to offer. Really interested to see what he's gonna do. A horse definitely moving through the ranks. Two horses really caught my eye because I didn't see them coming this week. Beef and Cheddar and Northern Blizzard. Northern Blizzard trained about as good as any horse could have looked in January at Tomiko Training Center the other day. You guys are going to be in for a treat next time you see this guy go. Northern Blizzard, remember I said it, this horse looks like a good horse, built like a good horse, certainly felt like a good horse the other day. Can't wait to see him go the next time we're droning. Off-Road Hanover was good again. He's always good. He's kind of even Steven, right? This colt's going to get better and better as the year goes on. He puts some muscle and weight on. Really impressed with him. A horse that Mario loves. He doesn't have him. Danny has him, but Mario's gone with him the last 2 times. Perfect record. Mario can't stop talking about how intelligent, smart, and strong this colt is. Perfect record. Looks very, very good on the track. Rito Sunshine did his work well the other day. As I said, this is a colt we're trying to get healthy. He worked well. I watched the video again. Steve said he was good. I watched the video again. He finished up strong. Very, very happy with Rito Sunshine. This is a colt that looks like $1 million, but health-wise has not been healthy. So I can't wait to get him on a roll of health. Get his health up and keep it up. That would be important for him. Rose Run Wanda, this is the first one in this grouping anyway that I said she's going to the sale on February 12th. She's got a bad attitude, you know, and I guess she's got 4 weeks to prove me wrong, and horses have. You guys know they have. But Rose Run Wanda is a filly that needs to do more. It's not that she's not fast enough, just her attitude and work ethic are not up to snuff, and she's got 4 weeks to prove me wrong. Rose Run Why Not made a little break in the snow the other day, but she's been awesome for 3-4 training sets now. I've been very, very impressed with her. I suspect she'll bounce back quite easily. Round Midnight, another horse like Rose Run Wanda. Now, Round Midnight's a little different. He hasn't been the healthiest. We did just castrate him. He could come on over the next 4 weeks. That's very possible, and we'll see. Royal Tyrone has been trotting great. This is another horse Danny says needs a hobbles. He was right about Blizzard. He could be right about Tyrone. This is a colt that's got a lot to offer. He's a big, powerful colt. People don't see this horse for what he is, but you will soon enough. Roy Hill, as I said, was top of the heap around Christmas time. Still is, but put him in a position where he was going to have to pace just a little bit harder than he was able to pace the other day, and he finished up strong but couldn't get to Gray is the New Red, who was first over, and Broadway Roll, who was on the front end. Those two fillies were flying on the end of it, and Roy Hill was pacing to them. Set the Mood was unimpressive the other day. I wanted to go with him. I went with him Wednesday. I thought he was so-so, and then I wanted to go with him again on Thursday just to see if we could switch him around. This horse looked much, much better on Thursday. Every bit as good as Northern Blizzard and Beef and Cheddar. I didn't say enough about Set the Mood, but I was very, very impressed with him. So Admirable was good again the other day. Made a break on the Saturday. James was happy with her, said that he's just got to change a few little things with her and she'll be 110%. She looks some kind of good on the track. Source Blue Chip looks good also. I didn't read your text. What'd you say? Okay. Source Blue Chip gelded the other day. He's back jogging now. He'll be in the next training set, but looked good on the track. Stacy Hanover won her set and looked like $1 million. I've always talked about Stacy Hanover, how much I liked her. Sunshine in May was very, very good again. Got her healthy now. She's pacing good. Looks like $1 million. Surreal Love. This is a bit of a flyer. Keep your eye on Surreal Love. He made a break on Steve the other day, and then I let him scoot on Thursday. I thought he looked like $1 million. This is one good-looking colt. He's got a great gait. Terrible family, but a fantastic gait. I'm really impressed with Surreal Love, and I might want to go with him the next time they train. Sweet Ambitions, James thinks maybe with the hobbles she'll come forward. She's been doing her work, but every time you put her in a position to run, she does. And much like Northern Blizzard, perfect example, just need to give them that confidence that they can trot through it. And James thinks with the hobbles she will. So I suspect next time we see her live, it will be with hobbles on. Tanzanite Tricks look good again. I see her on the track. She just always does. She's middle of the road. She just always does her work well. That's My Girl. Was a little flat the other day, but nevertheless trotted the whole way and looked good. I'm excited to see how she's going to look in 2020. The Fat Cobra's doing his work well and trying hard. Just try. That's all I ask the horses to do at this point. And the Fat Cobra's doing well. Tipsy and Dixie won her set on Wednesday and looked like $1 million. I was very impressed with her. Try to Tease Me. This is the last of the 2-year-olds that will be probably leaving on February 12th. Just a bad attitude and a poor work ethic. And I've given her ample time. She does have 4 more weeks, but she's got a lot to prove to me in 4 weeks. And Try to Tease Me, unfortunately, these Southwind Spirits, I love them. All 4 of them I thought looked great. 3 of them got great work ethics, and 1 of them doesn't. So Try to Tease Me will likely be exiting the stable.ca on February 12th. Walk on the Moon looked like $1 million the other day. Really impressed with Walk on the Moon. He could be any kind of horse, and I can't wait to see what that horse will be. Warwi was up at a little heel scratch and was running in. Bit of a little wuss thing to be worried about, but at the same time, all the babies are different. I was happy with how he looked on Saturday. A little unhappy how he looked on Wednesday, but nevertheless, not a big deal. Warwi Welcome looked great she looks great every time she goes. She was great in her training set, made a little break on Danny, but I suspect that was an anomaly. There won't be any issues there. Well and Down, we've gone to switching her gear around. I made enough excuses for her making breaks and goofing off. Now it's time to get down to it. We put a little heavier set of hobbles on, pulled her hobbles in. James said she was much better on Thursday, so that's good. And My Girl won My Heart Hanover. Was very, very good the other day training. Was very impressed with her. Made a little break in the snow, but you can see why she made it. But otherwise, she was fantastic. So that's all the 2-year-olds. Up to date, in real time, what I think of them, how they're doing, and how they've been doing, and what I plan on doing with them. So we'll be back in a minute. We just got the barns. I'm looking at them now. I'm going to run through them all for you here in just a minute.